Hello and welcome back to Ross Taylor Woodworks. This time we have a mahogany candlestand, circa 1810. The leg is broken. And this whole table is very dirty, so we're going to do some cleaning and polish up the finish. The finish is in good shape. Okay, this was previously repaired. There's a screw in here. So I'm going to have to dig that screw out first. So we're going to drill out there's some putty or a plug right here. I'm going to drill that out. And I still got to drill out a little bit. I'm going to step up to a 1/2 inch bit. Okay, now I've got the whole screw exposed. I'm going to try to get that out. Okay, we've got a nail right here. I'm going to try to back this out. We got the part of the leg still in the dovetail here, and I'm going to try to break the bond of the glue with some alcohol. I'm going to pour a little bit of denatured alcohol in there. Wiping up the excess so we don't damage the finish. Okay, I've let the alcohol soak in for a few minutes. That breaks the bond of the glue. Now I'm going to try to take a block of wood and drive out the remaining part of the leg here. Okay, there we go. Okay, I want to scrape out the glue in the broken joint here. Do that on both pieces. Okay, I've got the joint all cleaned out and mating up pretty well. Now I'm going to put a splint on either side here, and I'm going to slide this down to hold it in alignment and clamp that. We've got that mating together pretty well. Okay, there we go. Got it splinted on the either side here, and I clamped this way, and I was able to get it clamped in this direction here. It was a piece split off right here next to the dovetail. I just took that out, cleaned out the joint, and glued that in, and we'll let that dry. And on the next leg over, there was a previous repair here. Someone glued this and put some nails in. I just pulled those nails out. Now I'm going to drill a hole and then plug it with a piece of mahogany in these two holes. Okay, there was a little piece of mahogany missing here, so I'm chiseling out and trying to square up the area that was missing. And I'm going to put a piece of mahogany in there. Just going to make a couple pencil marks. Trim that down. So we've got a little bit of excess to trim off later. Again, I'll glue that in. Okay, our piece dried here. Now we're going to shave it down. Going against the grain here, we're going to go this way. Okay, just fitting up the dovetail here. I cleaned out the inside of the joint. Cleaned this here and here. Cleaned all the glue off. And it was a little bit loose. So I put two little wedges in here. Right here and on this side. Two little wedges. So it'll fit tight. It'll fit snug. And also plugged the hole that was there, filed that smooth, and gave it a light sanding. And later on we'll have to do some touch-up here. To glue our leg back on. It fits pretty well, except right at the bottom. The dovetail is chewed up a little bit. So it's a little bit loose at the bottom. Not too worried about that. We'll take care of that later. Okay, now we're going to use hide glue. When you're re-gluing a traditional joint like this, it's best to use the traditional glue. It's best to use this especially if there's hide glue in the joint. This will reactivate the hide glue that's in the joint. Okay, now we're going to clamp it there. And I'm going to put a little piece of wood right here. So I'm having trouble figuring out a way to clamp this. So I'm going to do this. I'm putting a little piece of wood and then nail it, tack it like that, and that holds it perfectly. Now we want to clean up all of our excess glue that's dripping down here. Okay, we've let that set up overnight, and now we're ready to put some straps on the bottom here. When these tables were made, they often put what's called a spider on the bottom here. Okay, these are what the spiders look like. They do make them. But as you can see here, cost $22. So I'm going to use some straps and make my own spider. We're going to take some, just some straps from the hardware store. And we're going to bend these to the shape. And effectively do the same thing. When I was putting the leg on, I mentioned that the dovetails were a little chewed up at the bottom here. All three of them are actually chewed up a little bit. So the spider will take care of reinforcing. Okay, here we have all the straps in place. Okay, here we're going to start cleaning. Once again, using TSP in warm water. I'm going to be doing a very aggressive cleaning here, using a scrub pad and once again the TSP in warm water. This is one of the dirtiest pieces I've ever seen. Other than that, the finish appears to be good, pretty good underneath all that dirt. As we go along here, you're going to see how dirty the paper towels are when I'm wiping down. Okay, the basic procedure here is just do a lot of scrubbing and then immediately wipe it down with paper towels to dry it off so we don't damage the finish. Here you can see just how dirty the water is. Okay, now we're doing the top, and you'll actually be able to see the water start getting dirty as I start scrubbing here. Here you can see just how dirty the paper towels are. You can see the dirt being lifted off. I actually ended up doing a second pass over the whole piece. It still seemed to be a little bit dirty in spots.